Jalen.
Yo.
My bad, Faith. My bad. I gotta get used to it.
I know. It's all good.
All right, so we got like 3 minutes, and then we're gonna start. I'm just gonna introduce the show, and then we're gonna get right into it. Okay. All right. We go ahead and start it now, actually. So, all right, welcome to How I Did It. I'm Taylor Brown, and this is the show where we talk with champions about how they achieve their dreams. On today's show, we're here talking with an old friend of mine from Bishop McNamara. We go way back. Bishop McNamara in Forestville, Maryland. And Faith is an actor in Los Angeles, California. And if you read up on any entertainment right now, as far as news lately, in Hollywood and show business and acting, has been dramatically impacted, and altered by COVID. And that, traditional production companies are probably moving out of LA and focusing on streaming content. So, Faith, my question for you, what's it like from your perspective in LA right now? Because it's been crazy for me as a basketball player, just waiting to get an opportunity and stuff. And it's altered a lot of people's, it's playing the waiting game. How's it been for you in LA?
Yes, so it's definitely been a waiting game for us all. 2020 has definitely been challenging. But I must say, even
your camera. Oh, there you go. It went away for a sec.
Sorry about that. Even with the waiting game, there have been some recent bookings. There has been some COVID production that have positive now, and working in our favor. So, for example, I was able to shoot season 2 of Double Cross on UMC. We were able to shoot that during the pandemic and get that knocked out. So that was pretty cool. I'm shooting a movie right now, feature film right now. Can't speak too much on that right now, but you guys will find out about that later.
Yeah.
But things are definitely starting to pick up a little bit of speed now. However, we're getting ready to hit another season where they're projecting, cases to go up again. So I know that it's going to be a little more caution. So I definitely felt the early effects of COVID, though, for sure. Like it was months with nothing.
Yeah. So, Faith, the actor Tony Curtis, who's known as Bernie Schwartz, and the actor John Wayne, his real name is Maureen Morrison. And now I don't know you as Faith, so I know you as Jalen. But talk to me about the name change. Why the name change? I know a lot of actors do it. What made you change your name to that?
Okay, so yes, my full name is Jalen Faith Malonte Neal, and I go by my middle name, Faith Malonte, because I walk by faith and not by sight, and it's just faith that got me here, faith is what took me down this path, and my faith is strong. And, also the story behind faith is, when I was in my mom's belly, I almost didn't make it out because I was a little clumsy, I was active from day one, you know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing and the biblical codes wrapped around my neck, and I wasn't turned upside down and everything yet. So, they had to do an emergency C-section, get me out. And my mom had to keep her faith, in order for me to survive. And I'm here, baby, superstar is here, baby. So Faith Malonte just was that's a name that's meaningful to me. It's my middle name, and it's a name that I felt like was different and stood out. And when I actually started to act, when I was like, as a profession, when I was like 18, 19, 18. I went into IMDb Pro and started Googling different names and stuff like that to see if my name would pop up or if somebody had a name like mine, and it did. I did see another name, so I knew that there was no other Faith Malonte in the world. So there it is. And that's a Tay Brown exclusive right there. That's a we go back to kid years.
Nah, for real. Thank you for sharing that. That's deep. That's a deep story. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah. So for everybody who's watching, just a reminder, we're here with Faith Malonte. This is how I did it. So next question for you. What is your proudest professional moment so far? Like, what's the dream? I guess, like, do you want to be on TV? Do you want to be a star in a major film? Like, what is your goal?
Yeah. Well, so I want all of that. I want all of that. Life action, ready to go.
Yeah.
But the dream is now my reality. I'm living in my dream right now. And if you were to ask me to highlight one pinnacle moment in my career, I couldn't, because they all have different memories attached to them, and different love and different impacts and different stories that I've told. I can mention some notable ones, like the Redemption of a Dog stage play when we toured nationally with Snoop Dogg, Tamar Braxton, Omar Good, and Demetri McKinney, Eric Benet. The list goes on. Little JJ, I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
So that was a memorable moment. Being able to perform live in front of my home city, in front of other cities that I hadn't been to, like Detroit, Chicago. It was places like that I had been to for a specific reason, but not to like be able to stay and enjoy that place.
Right.
So that was just unique, to embrace the crowds, sign autographs, and actually have fans. So
Yeah.
that was an experience within itself. Tour life. And then, like, as far as just, of course, I want to be on television, and I want to have a sitcom. I want to be in a drama, a television drama.
Yeah.
I want to be, well, I'm in a television drama, action, Double Cross. So that's another moment that was highlighted and amazing for me. And, just being able to work with a group of people who gel very well. Like, our
Yeah.
cast was, very well cast, very well gelled, it's family from head to toe. It's a very powerful story. Another story that's attached and true to home,
Mm.
because there's a lot of, 13, 14-year-old girls that were being kidnapped in the DC area, so
Mm.
for us to, touch on that subject,
Mm-hmm.
um, of sex trafficking and stuff like that, is very deep. So once again, a different story to tell, a different message
Yeah.
that was impactful, so those are two moments that I can highlight right now that were amazing. And then I'm living in one right now with what I'm filming, and you'll find out about that later.
Okay.
So, so it's movies, television, and booking a lead role in a movie, and all of that. I want to EGOT. I want it all.
I
So,
hear you. I hear you. So, with the recent films or recent movies out, like Tenet, this came out, you have like African American actors who've been, put in these lead roles, these major mega budget movies. And that's part of the marketing. It's part of like the marketing opened up for Black actors. I guess the question I'm trying to ask you is, how were things looking for Black actors before COVID hit? How were things looking before?
uh, that's a great question. In my personal opinion, you know, we're always going to be fighting against the odds, that we have set before us, being Black and everything. However, I do think that it is a great time to be Black within the television and movie and entertainment business. There are a lot of Black stories that are being told, on major networks. There are a lot of independent Black stories being told. There are a lot of, great Black networks like UMC, like BET Plus, and I can go on and on, with stories that are being told and stuff like that for Black people. And there are roles out there, there are jobs out there for us. So I will say that I think that it's been a positive thing. I think, for the females right now, they're leading, they're winning in the industry right now. Issa Rae is winning right now. Shonda Rhimes, like, winning. But Duvernay, winning. So you
Yeah.
have some people you can name, and then of course we can name men, Tyler Perry and more people, So I definitely think that we have some heavy hitters. We have come a long way, and we've progressed, but it can always be better, because you do still feel the competitiveness of your people, of being like crabs in a barrel trying to climb your way to you still feel that, because there we all are fighting for the few roles and opportunities that are out there. Right. So there is still competition, and we talented. We got it, like, by nature, a lot of us, and it's about cultivating that. It's about getting deeper and growing within self, finding more about self and understanding how you can, really cultivate yourself into the artist you want to be, and that's pretty much what makes us unique, dynamic, and what makes, your celebrity like Snoop Dogg, and your celebrity like Jay-Z, and then your celebrity like a Chris Brown and a Beyonce and a Kanye, whatever,
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I hear that. And going to my next question, what are the rules as far as acting right now? Do you have to wear a mask, when you rehearse? Like, what are the rules?
So everything is definitely COVID rules, heavily enforced. You got to take a test like every 2 to 3 days that you're on set. Before you come to the set, you have to wear masks the entire time until it's time for you to actually shoot. If you're a crew, you have to wear your mask like pretty much the whole time. Like when it's time to eat. Um, Depending on the different sets, some sets you might space out as much as you can in the cafeterias, or I know in one particular set they advise us to eat in our trailers and away from everybody, So all of that is, you have to do the temperature check and hand sanitizer as soon as you come through, even after your COVID test has been proven to be negative.
Right.
So they on top of it with like white on rice. They disinfected everything. They got the sprays in all the rooms at the end, so they spray. If you done with this set and you filming on this, they filming on this set, they spraying that set down if it's closed for the night, so yeah, they own it.
Yeah,
they own it.
That's good. So what is your biggest lesson that you've learned from COVID?
That is a great question. The biggest lesson that I've learned from COVID is that you can always find beauty within the negative things. You can always find positivity within the negative things, and this has been a negative year from start to finish, for many different reasons. For like reasons like Kobe Bryant passing away, reasons like the COVID, and I can go down a list of things, reasons like people, thousands, millions, I don't know, of Americans out of jobs, on unemployment,
Right.
Stuff like that. So it's a lot, but you can always bring out positivity as well. And positivity, for example, like we were able to have a successful film shoot within the pandemic, successful, like it's you, me, and a lot of other people tuning in right now are still living, breathing, and healthy right now, and quarantine and safe, and praying for other people who are in tough positions right now facing the coronavirus. But we still have some positivity to bring out of the negativity, is my point. And when you focus on more positive, when you think more positive, when you speak positive, positive happens, and if you keep your faith, no pun intended, you can always see your way through, and so I just feel like a lot of the times people, you when something negative happens, it hurts you, it hits you in a way, it affects you in a way where you dwell upon that negative thing, and you can get deeper and deeper and deeper into that thought, and then it's like wherever it takes you, right, in that negative space. But the thing is, you can, with the positive moments, like your birthday, you know, you celebrate that one day, hey, you living up in that moment, and
Right.
then you to the next day, you don't dwell and live in that moment for forever, like how you think and dwell and live in those negative moments. So if we treat positive moments like how we dwell within the negative ones, dwell within that positive moment. Let it, like, you know how some people say it's my birthday all month, you
Yeah.
know, let the birthday all month, you know, celebrate all the positive moments as much as can, bring out as much as you can, bring out optimism as much as you can, and you will have better days. You will smile more, you will laugh more, you will love more, you know, and that would just make our place a better place. So, you know, that's my message. That's what I've got.
Yeah. No, that's real. That's a good advice right there. So you going back a while ago, a couple of years ago, you were on BET, right? And you were on one of Tyler Perry shows.
No, so I was on the Ricky Smiley show.
Ricky
With,
Smiley show. That's what.
that was on TV1. That was like one of my little first gigs I got, and I was a little dancing fool. You know, I'm a actor, filmmaker, host, dancer. I do it all in the entertainment. You know, I actually just started my own company,
Okay.
Faith Malonte LLC, which
Nice.
basically a performing arts after school program, summer camp, as well as special events in the studio as well for, you know, entertainment company. So we got the whole nine. You know,
Wow.
but yeah, definitely, you know, yeah.
So tell me about your company. When did you start this? You started this year?
Yep. I started this year. Like I already was kind of like dibbling dabbling within it beforehand. But it was time to, like, you know, make it official on paper, and
Yeah.
now, you know, actually like take it to the next level. You know, the vision and the work the pre-work has been done. So now it's time for the real work to flourish. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, that's where I'm at with that right now. Um, but yeah, I know I kind of jumped to my company real quick, but what was the original question?
So where I was gonna ask you, I couldn't remember if it was a Tyler Perry show or, but you said
Oh yeah,
Ricky
yeah, 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 yeah.
Smiley.
It was the Ricky Smiley. It was the Ricky Smiley. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, how was that experience? What was one thing that surprised you about that? Just talk to me about that being on
Um.
TV.
Yeah. Well. You know, that was a while ago. You know, and that was one of my first TV appearances, TV experiences. You know, and being able to be around Ricky Smiley, Lil JJ, Portia, David Banner. I believe he was on that episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I, you know, it was an experience. It was at that time. It was like, oh my God, I want TV, Mama made it. I want TV, you know. And I
Yeah.
was able to do something that I love, which is dance too. You know, I was acting and dancing. You know,
Hmm.
so that was, you know, a pretty great highlighted moment for me. Um, but yeah, so that was pretty dope. You know, and then I was also featured on in the TV1 movie with Amari Hardwick, and that was a Christmas blessing, and that was a great movie. That was before Amari Hardwick was Ghost. You know, that was before, you know, the power take off, when everybody was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, before that. But that that moment was amazing to me, because that is when I really like was able to see raw, real acting, like in such a way. Like, he was so into character, he was so prepared, he was so like focused and genuine and authentic and just real, but brought that character to life. Like, you saw his passion, his love, his care as a dad in that particular film. And he, you know, it was a great experience to see from young actor to OG actor, you know. And so I was able to you know, have conversation with him, and pick his brain, and, you know, get questions and stuff like that answer. So that was an amazing time. And, you know, I was able to work with Russ Parr. He directed the film. That was somebody we grew up listening to on the radio, you
Yeah.
know. I remember he came to like my middle school, like one of my middle school performances or something like that when I was a kid. So, you know, I'm a spiritual person. So I always be like connecting little dots and stuff like that to myself. Like, it's not by chance that he came to that performance that time. And then I ended up in his movie years later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those type of people as well. You know, but yeah, I've had some great experiences. You know, it was great working on Insecure, and being around Issa and being able to be the Baywatch, you know, the sex symbol they was looking at in that particular episode, you know, so that was cool, you know what I mean? I worked on SWAT with Shamar Moore. That was an experience, and he was wise and gave some gems, you know. So
yeah.
it's been some great moments, you know. I've had a wonderful career, and like I said, even when people say like, oh, like, you know, what's your dream thing? What's your dream? What's your dream? This, what's your dream? You know, and I tell them all the time, like, man, I'm living it. I'm living in it, and this is the dream. The process, the work, and the journey is what you appreciate most, because then you can sit back and look back and be like, wow, dang, I did all of that, or I did this, I did that, you know. It's like once one moment comes, you just bounce to the next, you know, and you that. That's how it is.
Yeah. No, that's real. That leads to my next question. You kind of mentioned some people that stood out to you. Like I've been personally starstruck, you know, by some basketball players I've looked up to, like Sue Bird,
Mm-hmm.
and they one person I personally met. Have you ever been starstruck? Like, you know, I seen you with Snoop Dogg, picture Snoop Dogg, and
Mm-hmm.
a couple
Mm-hmm.
of celebrities like that. You know, could you name a few people or one person you've been starstruck by?
Yeah, so I have. It's funny because when I first started, like I prided myself on not being a starstruck person, because I really am not like, oh my God, you know, because at this point I've worked with people, with celebrities. I understand it, you know, they're human just like us, and you know, it's their life just like you have life, I have like, you know, and everybody's a celebrity in their own hood, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
I got, you know, you got the neighborhood, you got the hood celebrity that, you know, everybody know him around the way. Everybody know Lil Mo, you know what I'm saying, around the way. He's a
Right.
celebrity at the end of the day. Lil Mo get big money, you know. So I treat it like I'm being funny, you know, but I'm using that as example to say like we are all human, we all people, you know, we all are gifted, talented, and sharing the energy together, you know, and it's about like giving that energy and exchanging it, and being able to see where that could take you, you know, and what that feels like. That experience is the one in a million, you know, and then there's things you learn from new people, from old G people, and from the people rising, you know, that you right there with, competing with and not competing with, you know, because I always say you really just competing with yourself, you know, because everybody's blessing is meant for them, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I prided myself of that for a while, and then I met some people, like you said, like I met LeBron James when I was younger, favorite basketball player, and was like, oh my God, gave him a hug, you know.
Yeah.
When I was younger, Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. Like, I love Jay-Z. Future's my man right now. Big my man of all time, you know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z is my boom. And so my rock right there. It's the rock, you know. But I was out on stage with Jay-Z, pulled up on stage with Jay-Z when I was like 11 years old. I was at one of his concerts, dressed like him, he put me up on stage. I got to dap him up, have that experience, that moment, this, then the third. So it was moments like that when I was a kid. They were like, oh my God. But like I said, as an adult, I work with people like Snoop Dogg, and I've worked with, you know, a few celebrities. But the one who had me starstruck was my actor comedian idol that I look up to, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Man, when I tell you, listen, you don't understand that it was like a moment in me that I didn't even, that experience was weird, because I hadn't experienced before. Like I really hadn't been starstruck and have met some stars, you know, like for real. And or been in a room with stars, like, you know, like I didn't, you know, been in the room with people, you know. And so I'm just like, I don't know how this is happening right now, but I was like, oh my God, it's Martin. I went up to him. Oh, I was like, just imagine like it was at a basketball game too, right? And just imagine like it was a bunch of little kids in the way. You know what I'm saying? It was in the way of my goal to meet Martin. So I smushed all the little kids out the way. Move, little kid, move, get out the way. I got to get to Martin, man. Mr. Lawrence, oh my God. Oh my God. You were the reason that I do comedy. You the reason I act. We both from the same place, dude. Like, can I get a picture? Let me just get a picture. He was like, yeah, brother, sure. It's all love, baby. Yeah. PC. We do it. Yes, nigga, yes. You know what I mean? It was a great moment. I said, now, little kids, go and get your pictures now. Wait in line. Nah, I push no little kids about the way, but I really like jumped. Like it was a jerk in me. Like, oh, I gotta have this moment. I can't miss it.
Yeah.
And that happened. But that was with Martin, man. But like I've met some stars. Like I've met people who, made me feel like, oh my God, Kevin Hart is right there. Like he's right here walking by me, or Cat Williams is sitting in the room right by me. We are having a conversation together, like in depth, or like, so there's been moments like that. Moments where people have come to support my show, did our celebrities, or a show that I was in. So I'm not acting like they were coming specifically for me. They weren't coming to see me, but they knew I was there.
Right.
But I was able to, have some great memories with celebrities, man. I could go down a list of them. I guess time. It's too many.
Yeah.
I worked with Kanye. I don't know. Some Black people like, yeah. Some other ones like, man, fuck yeah. Right. It's still yay, baby. It's still yay. I don't care. Look that. That's yay. I work with Kanye. Nigga. I work with Kanye. So.
Yeah, that's true. Old Kanye is still good. Still good.
Yeah, man. And I think the only other person that will make me jump like that is Beyonce. I'm not gonna lie. I will fall out like, oh my God. I probably couldn't do that because she would never she would probably sign a non-disclosure. He can never see me again. I can't get my space. When I get that moment, I have to exercise that moment, and I want to be in that circle. So.
Oh gosh, I hear you. So, just a few more questions left. So as an actor, especially in LA, do you have any side hustles or are you a full-time actor?
No, I do have side hustles. So a part of the inspiration for my special events company, I was working with this company in LA doing hosting and dancing for like special events like bar mitzvahs and birthday parties, sweet 16s, graduations, weddings and stuff like that. So that energy and that experience that I got out there doing that and the money that I made was amazing. And, COVID put that to a halt. And it was something I was really passionate about, something I love doing, being able to host different parties and keep the party live and keep the party going. That's always in my spirit.
Yeah.
And so being able to dance and create memories and impacts that adults and children will remember forever. That is an impact in something that's heart to heart that the experience that I need to have, like to live. That's another one of my goals. Like with my company to be like boom, you know what I'm saying? So separate from my acting and filmmaking and all the hosting, the entertainment side. I mean, but this is still entertainment, but it's entrepreneurship. So that's a goal for that to blow. But yeah, definitely that for sure.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. And so everyone that's watching, send a reminder. We're here with Faith Malonte, and this is how I did it. And this is episode 10. So you're the 10th person I've interviewed, and we're down to our last 3 questions. So, okay. First question: what inspires you? Like, what inspires you to do what you do, to act, or whatever you love to do?
Everything, honestly. Life. life is my inspiration. Other artists are my inspiration. My family, my friends, all of that, all of those are inspirations. People that I've looked up to from younger years to now, and people that I've worked with and been able to, just take gems from them and learn from all of that. So all of that has been inspiring to me. And so that's why I say life.
Mm-hmm. That's deep. I like that. Second question. What is your pet peeve? For instance, my pet peeve, and I just finished interviewing with Maxie. He said his pet peeve is when people say they're gonna do something and they don't. So it's like,
Mm.
What is your pet peeve?
One of my pet peeves is, it's so funny because I'm a very sharing person. Like I will share. I don't care at all. I share everything. But like, if we get ready to go and get something to eat, right? And I say, you want something to eat? And you say no. And I say, you sure? And you say, yeah. Okay, Tay. And then I'm like, yeah, let me get a Big Mac with a large fry, sweet tea with a six piece chicken nugget. Yeah, let me get that, and then when we get in the car, you say, and it don't matter, any friend, female, anybody, family member, don't matter. Can I get a nugget? Can I get 2 nuggets? Can I get some fries? Can I get a bite of your? You just heard me ask you if you wanted something to eat, man. Come on. What are you talking about, man? That's a pet peeve. And then the sharing part of me is like I'm fighting my sharing side, because it's like I want to be mean, but I can't because I'm a sharer. I share stuff. So I gotta be like, yeah, and get it the food,
Right.
I mean, it's like, okay, all right. I actually, I would have rather buy you your meal, so I didn't have to share mine. But I'm going to share because that's just in my heart. That's what I'm going to do. And then, as far as the sharing goes, if you didn't have nothing at all, of course I would have shared. But I offered you something, and you said no, and then you asked for mine. Pet peeve, problem, pineapples. I don't like it. I don't like it. Stop what's going on right now. Shut the whole operation down. I don't like it. Let me tell you something. You better get your goddamn order. That's what you better do, huh? Sorry.
Got you.
Kevin Hart is inspiration. Popped out.
I see. No, I feel you on that, especially with fries. That's probably the worst. Well, third question. What is your guilty pleasure?
I don't really have. I've had this. I don't really, like, I'm scratching my head. I don't really.
Yeah, like for me, like I'm addicted to like chocolate milkshakes. I gotta have one. Not every day, almost every day.
Yeah. I don't have that. I don't
Yeah.
have. But I will say that like I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not supposed to have lactose stuff. And I just ice cream. I love ice cream. I like pizza. I I did. I like scrambled eggs with cheese and for the morning for breakfast and stuff. I don't know what you need to do. Lactose? I don't know. Take a pill? What am I? I'm gonna pop that pill. That's the only pill popping I'm gonna do. Lactose pill. Pop it. So I guess I'm addicted. I'm addicted to dairy. I guess I don't know. Not I wouldn't really say that, but that's the best I can come up with.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I never heard that before. That's good.
I do almond milk. I don't do. I do almond milk. With the hint of 60 calories. That's the right one. Vanilla. Almond Breeze is the brand. I throw them out there.
Gosh, you. Oh
They
man.
might give me a deal one day. Tell you don't know. Almond Breeze
Hey.
doing commercials and endorsing them like that. I don't shoot. I got to throw it out there.
Right. Hey, you never know. You never know.
No, you see me selling milk. Look, we bring back the slogan. Got milk. You ain't seen that. Look, these kids nowadays don't know nothing about got milk.
Nah, they don't. Oh man. All right. So those are all my questions for you today, Jalen. Sorry, Faith. I'm so sorry. Will you be back? We do another one?
Yeah, most definitely. Bring me back. I love the energy, love the vibes. You already know we go back like the Cadillac on the four flags on the Cadillac. Nah, you know what it is. Bizzle. Get it, man. I'm happy to be here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the show. This was great. This is really good for other actors and for everybody really to see, what you accomplish and stuff. So this is really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. And congratulations on everything you accomplished as well, because it takes a queen to recognize a king and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So from king to queen, you keep doing your thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was a nice little rhyme. I know from king to queen, you be
Right.
queen. Yeah, look, hashtag. That's the hashtag. If anybody hashtag it, pay me, pay me.
Oh man. All right, so wrap it up. Again, I want to thank my sponsors, Spacey Cloud and The Loop, for sponsoring my podcast. And this was episode 10 with Faith Malonte. And thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes, thank you for having me. Thanks for watching.
For sure. All right, I'll see you.
All right, Tay.
Bye.